Hey, what's up? Today is March 11th, 2026, and earlier I did something a little different, something I never do actually. I approached the girl, and it did not go well. I hate to inform you, but it also wasn't terrible. Like, it could have gone much worse. It just was a little stilted, a little awkward, and didn't go the way I hoped it would. But I'd like to talk about it. So, in my last video, I mentioned how there was this girl who at the time I thought was glancing over at me, looking my way, giving me some signs, some signals. But this would have been over a month ago at this point, and she likely already moved on mentally when she realized that I wasn't reciprocating, and that's if she was looking my way. Now that this has happened, I've reconsidered everything, and I should have just went with my gut initially, which was telling me that, yeah, no, she's not looking at you. But I thought she was super attractive, like 100% my type, physically, looks-wise. And I spoke to her very briefly at the lockers last week, and felt like I had missed an opportunity to actually strike up a conversation with her. So I said to myself, you know what? Let's make something happen. Let's try to talk to her next time I see her. I've been wanting to put myself outside my comfort zone more, and felt like this was the perfect opportunity to do so. So we were at the lockers. She was getting ready to leave, as was I. I was grabbing my things. I waited for about 10-15 seconds, and I said, okay, let's do this. So I turned around and I asked her, hey, how was your workout? And she still had her headphones on. So she turned towards me and was clearly caught off guard, and I had to repeat myself. So I said again, how was your workout? And she said, oh, it was good. And I told her how I did legs and was feeling pretty exhausted, and she said, yeah, I get that. I told her about my routine and how I go 4 or 5 days a week. I asked her what routine she follows, and she said, oh, I just do glutes and quads. I said a few other things, but throughout most of the conversation, it was very much apparent that she wasn't receptive. Like, she wasn't giving me much eye contact. Her responses were pretty dry. And I was recognizing this in the moment. And the last thing I wanted to do was drag this out any further, linger, make it weird, be creepy. So I ended the conversation, and I just said, okay, well, I'll see you around. And I left. That was it. So I wasn't feeling too good about it. I was letting it tear me up inside. But then I said, that wasn't terrible. Like, I kept it short. I recognized that the vibes were not there, and I bowed out gracefully. So I think I did pretty okay, all things considered. I just probably shouldn't have started the conversation while she still had her headphones on. And maybe I could have been a bit more expressive. I could have spoken up more. But otherwise, I mean, it was, you know, I kept it short, and that's what matters. Like, I did not drag it out. I did not linger. Like, I was respectful as I could have been. So, yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it. What matters is that I'm putting myself outside my comfort zone more. And that's really the only way you grow. You know, after years of being isolated, it's important that I'm doing this. And yeah, it's not always going to go well, but don't let it get you down. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just keep carrying on. And look, I mean, there's a good chance that she was shy, but I highly doubt that. I think that's wishful thinking. And last thing is, like, everybody gets rejected, okay? Everybody. Don't take it personally. This person does not know you. They don't even know your name. You don't know this person. You know nothing about them. And that's it, okay? Everybody gets rejected, even Chris Hemsworth.